Welcome to Jeep Beach News and Views, a podcast about everything Jeep Beach in Daytona Beach, Florida. Here are your hosts, Charlene and Kurt from JBR.
Hey y'all, and welcome back to
Jeep Beach News and Views.
Yeah, that place. Jeep Beach News and Views.
I'm trying to turn over a new leaf this year.
What does that beat me to the punch?
100%. It's summertime.
It is summertime. Happy summertime, producer Rob.
Happy summertime to you too, and Mr. Birthday Boy.
Yes.
You're still celebrating. Its birthday month is almost over.
Yes, almost over.
Yeah, my birthday day was amazing.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, but I was nice to you all weekend.
You were nice to me all weekend, but what you want to tell everybody what I got for your what you got for my birthday?
Yeah, it's what you got. It's what we got
it's
for
what
his
we
birthday.
got. What did we get, Charlene?
A jellyfish tank in my house.
Oh wow! Really?
Yes, with upside down jellyfish.
That's awesome.
How cool
That's really
is that?
cool. That's really cool.
And before everybody
You're
freaks
welcome,
out,
Kurt.
We had no idea that upside down jellyfish are very cheap.
Well, it's not that they're very cheap. They're
are very cheap.
inexpensive.
What do they eat?
Planktons.
Yeah,
And where do you find that at?
At the plankton store.
Plankton store. Yeah. Actually, I called SpongeBob, and
Yes,
he gets me
and-
my plankton I need.
And so
but
we're good to go.
They actually, most of their food is from photosynthesis of the white light.
Photosynthesis.
Hang on. You got to
Say that again,
Say it
please.
again.
No, I'm not saying it again.
Yeah, what is it
You got
called?
it one time.
And we got it on video too.
Yeah, so if you called it then, that's all you get.
Photosynthesis.
That's what I said.
Say it again.
Nope.
I love
But
it.
the bright white light is
The
what,
bright white light.
what feeds. That's what feeds.
That's even better than
Yes, it
photosynthesis,
is.
y'all.
Oh my
That's
God.
what
The
feeds
what, Kurt?
the bright white light.
That was fantastic.
That's what.
The
That's what
bright white light.
That's what keeps our upside down jellyfish alive.
Love it.
But you know why they're upside
Y'all,
down
we
jellyfish?
can't make this up. This is why we refer to Jeep Beach News and Views as the official location for the professional idiots. To be
Correct.
I think there's a band named that.
the
so-
bright white light.
No,
If
that'd be
there's
the
not,
plain white
there needs to
tease.
be now a plain white tease.
Tease, yeah. But let me tell you, bright light.
No, you said bright white light.
Yeah, bright white light.
Bright white light.
That was pretty good.
That's
there,
right.
Rob.
I can
think I
tell you
have a
what.
Hey,
Now I growed up. Half me is Southern.
that's right. That's
Well, you know,
right.
I
Yeah,
think
you
I'm gonna
kept
have me a
going back to
t-shirt.
North Carolina
I'm gonna
to
have a
see
t-shirt
Mama
with
and
all
Daddy.
of that on it.
My mama from South Carolina.
Yes, she
So I
is,
had a
and
lot
that
of
is.
kin.
And let me tell you something. You can take the Carolina out of the. You
Yep.
can take the people out of Carolina. You can never
Well,
take the Carolina
I'm just going to tell
out
you
of
right
the
now, I
people.
guarantee Rob's mom know what bright white light is.
I know she knows what bright white light
Because
is.
when you had
White light,
when it
bright.
was too bright in the kitchen, your mama would let you know, cut that light off. It's too bright in here.
Put a little glass in that window when it's cold
right.
out.
That's right.
Well, we're sorry we missed last week's podcast, you guys. That was no bueno. You hear us?
You guys are just clearing that up.
Yeah, we are.
So let me tell the story. This is funny.
Oh,
because
this is funny.
So what I do is I usually say in a text, hey, you got your playlist for the happy hour? You're ready to go? We're going to record, blah, blah, blah.
We're
We got
ready.
the podcast. And you're like, yeah, we're ready to go, except...
But full disclosure.
Full disclosure, we're not feeling too good. I'm on a Z-Pack, and I think Kurt just started a Z-Pack.
He had just started one.
And I'm like,
Yeah, no bueno. I'm
hell
good.
no.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.
No Petri dish for you?
Nope.
No.
You didn't want to be in this.
Right before the holiday weekend.
I
Are
know,
you
and that's
kidding?
and
No.
that's exactly. We were like, please, Lord, let us get better, and we did get better. But you know what? This summertime sinus infection mess that's going around right now, it's no joke.
Not only that, Jody over the weekend, she ended
Did
up
she
getting
get
well,
it?
No, she went to get her nails and toes did.
I had them on today.
Yeah, and she said the girl who was doing her feet, she had to stop and cough, and
Oh,
she went over and
Lord.
took some Advil. I'm like, oh man, really?
Yeah, and they said it's going around, and we were like, oh gosh, because when it got in our chest, we were like, oh Lord, here we go. We're gonna have to deal with COVID, but it's not COVID. Praise the Lord, not
Antibiotic
COVID.
and Z-Pack fixed it.
And all ready
Just
to
the
go.
bird flu.
Just
We're
the
about-
bird flu.
We're about
The
98% cured.
Hummingbird flu.
Hummingbird flu.
Mine was more like the crow flu. Yeah.
Black Crow.
Black Crow.
The bright
Black
white
Crow.
light.
Well, you got to
He
figure.
had the bright white light.
Well, you got to
flute.
consider, you did have the Black Crow medicine show.
Hey.
Yeah,
See?
that's pretty cool.
So-
Yeah.
You know what? I'm kind of sad, a little bit sad, but I can't be too sad because we've been there, done that. But the CMA Fest is coming up in the next week or
Yes,
two,
it
and that
is.
was such a fun time last
It was a
summer.
fun time.
Went up, and it was good time. That was good
You
people.
hobnobbed with some of the.
Yeah, we did.
We
We did.
But, this past
hobnobbing
weekend-
or faluting? You reckon we were knobbing or were we fluting?
No, in Nashville, you're
were-
hobnobbing.
you're-
Oh, you're
not
hobnobbing.
fluting.
You're hobnobbing with the highfalutin people.
Yeah. But we had
We're
a
definitely
great
not highfalutin.
We highfalutin with a beautiful young lady.
We did
This
over the
weekend.
holiday weekend, over
Really?
Memorial Day weekend. Her name was Becca Bowen, and
See that tall blonde?
Yep.
she's beautiful.
She's
and
actually going to do an
she's-
interview with us here
She
the next couple
is,
weeks.
and
very cool.
yeah,
All
she we. By the way, we told her that we would get her music on the radio, and we
Yeah.
haven't had a chance to talk about that yet.
I think it is because I saw when I was on the computer earlier, I saw that
So we've
her
already
song was
downloaded
in there
it.
downloaded,
Perfect.
so I'm sure
Perfect.
Ed took care of that.
Ed, producer Ed,
Producer
on it.
Ed and Rob are amazing.
They are. They do
They are.
before we even ask.
Tom too.
Tom too. All
Yeah,
three of them.
I didn't want Tom to
It's
be like
almost
that.
like they're real radio guys.
I told Tom.
I've
if he's
heard
a-
that.
I told Tom if he's a good boy,
Yeah.
we might even give him an email address.
Oh,
That might be something.
Oh,
It's
we
up
can
to
do
you guys.
that. Oh, we can totally do
Yeah?
that. I
Yeah.
can make that happen. You know somebody.
Yeah.
I'll have my people call Tom's people, and we'll get that set up for
He'll
him.
get a nice
A little
producer,
producer
Tom.
Tom at Jeep Beach.
Hey, you know
Got
that
it.
would be Tom at JBR.
No,
We don't
It's
have a
not.
JBR.
it's not. No JBR.
Oh,
Oh,
emails.
y'all should.
We do, but
We
we,
got a-
don't.
we
Yeah,
have a
it's all.
generic
It's,
JBR.
yeah, it's all together.
By the way, we've been getting a lot of music sent to us from, and I want to play some of it. Some of it's good. Some of it I don't think we can play on the radio, but I want to play snippets of you one day. I think I'm going to gather all of it together.
Do we get to do the thumbs up, thumbs down,
I
keep
don't
or
want to do
trash?
that. I don't want to do that.
I
I mean,
love
I just
that
let's just
game.
listen to it, and because
Okay.
I mean they're local artists, most
Oh,
of
I
them.
like it.
You know, so that's
So
we
we've got
hear.
local artists in the music.
But there's
in?
some there's one guy from Chile, one band from it's hard, it's like metal. They met us at Rockville, and
Like from Chile,
yeah,
like from
yeah,
the country,
the country,
Chile.
correct. Chile,
Not
They're
the
Chilean.
restaurant.
And it's really it's not bad, but it's not really what we do here. But it's worth playing at least.
Cool. Well, I wanna
sampling
hear it.
you know.
We need to. Can we? Maybe we can do that during the radio show.
That would be fun.
I would love to hear a couple of these.
Yeah.
Well, and
Hey, why don't we do this?
Why
I
don't
got
we
an
do
idea,
what?
Rob.
Okay.
You know they used to do this back in the day.
Oh, did you see the bright white light over his head?
I felt the
Let me tell
bright
you
white
right now.
That's a
light.
bulb.
I need
Bulb.
one of them things behind me
A
right now
bulb.
where it's
Bulb.
doing like this.
Yeah.
That's like a barrette.
Wait. Wait a minute.
What would you like to
Well,
do?
I've got a question. You know, we are having our Jeep Beach cruise in.
We are cruising tour.
Why couldn't
Summer
we
cruising.
incorporate a small talent show from JBR and have them play at the end of our event?
You gonna vet that?
You're gonna, yeah, exactly.
No, I got producers to do
Yeah,
that. I'm
yeah,
not on the
yeah.
radio side.
and all our free
I figure,
time.
Sure,
I
he's
figure
just-
if Rob's
and
already-
all our free time.
They just voluntold us to
Listen,
do something
I
like
feel
Here's
this.
the way I
like we
look
just
at
did
it.
get voluntold.
all our local artists have to do is send in a tape. We will listen to it through the show, and we'll pick a handful of them and let them come play.
Just
Sounds
that
like a
easy.
social media thing you might need to do.
That's
too,
what
you
I'm
know?
thinking,
And-
too.
I
and
bet we could- let's
it's a
try
lot
it,
of
Rob.
work. You got to promote the heck out of it to get them because
But this is what I do want to talk about. Promoting
Yeah.
and the heck out of it is Jeep Beach Nation. You are gnarly and rad. Gnarly and rad.
Yes, 100%.
Because I have to tell you, we literally, so Songbird Music is who brought Becca Bowen into Daytona Beach. They have signed her because she is an independent artist and she is staying true to herself. And I absolutely love that. And she played 3 nights while she was here in
Thursday
Daytona.
night, Friday night, and Saturday.
Absolutely a phenomenal talent. This young lady is yay her. It's not that she's going to be somebody, she is somebody. But she is unreal and super fun to meet her. What I loved, in full disclosure, is I was like, asked multiple times, is that your sister? And I was like, I'm going to go with sister because I'm definitely old enough to be her mother. But she's beautiful, she's talented, she's fun. And Songbird asked us to partner with them for the Memorial Day thing that they did at Ormond Garage, which supported Warrior Wheels. And that was a fantastic event. Warrior Wheels is an organization that not only puts veterans in vehicles and puts wheels underneath them, but they are also now supporting them with their mental health counseling and platforms, and just making sure that they're taken care of, very not to the level of the treatment that Mission 22 provides our veterans, but definitely guides them and gets them to the right treatment plans.
Correct.
So it's an amazing organization. We had never worked with them, so I'm super stoked and honored, honestly, to bring them on board as part of Jeep Beach Nation, and who our dollars support, putting our Jeep Beach dollars to work. But with that said, Jeep Beach Nation came out and showed out like you can't even imagine. We probably had 100 people there.
Oh, yeah.
What, 40 Jeeps, 40 Jeeps
30,
there?
yeah, something like that.
I think probably about 20 of them registered for the show and shine, which was fantastic. Miss Mandy, who has the red, white, and blue, half of it's red and white, half of it's blue and white, and she has their patriotic with the big eyelashes. Everybody in Daytona knows Miss Mandy, and her Jeep won most patriotic. And then Gadgets, just clowning, won overall, and then
Art.
Yes.
His wife
what was
won.
it called? Starfire won Restaurant Pick, which is really cool. So our soft launch, in other words, we're telling you guys all of this because our soft launch of the Jeep Beach Summer Cruising Tour, which is where we're getting ready to talk about it. We talked about it on one of the podcasts and teased it. We've now officially soft launched and showed up in so many droves. It was amazing. We had people from Davenport, Florida. We had people from Orlando, Florida. And the furthest distance traveled was our dear Jamley members, the Lee family from South Carolina.
Wow. They came all the way
all
down
the way
here
from Florence. Isn't that so awesome?
Hang out with us for the weekend.
They came and they hung out. I hated that we didn't know they were coming because we only got to hang out with them on Saturday. But they all drove back over to Daytona for Saturday to be a part of that event. And it was fantastic.
Well, it was holiday weekend.
Yes,
so
and they were like, you know what? They didn't have plans, and they said, what else are we going to do? So they got in their Jeep. They already have their beach pass. They bought their Jeep pass during Jeep Beach.
Might as well.
And they were like, let's go.
Let's do it.
So they came, and that was just so much fun. They shocked the ever-living bejesus out of me, y'all.
Yes, they did. I turned my head, and I go, hey, guys. And then it hit me. I'm like, what are y'all doing here?
They came walking up to the trailer because the Womacs, happy belated birthday also to Hunter Womack, merchandise, one of our junior event directors of Jeep Beach. But it was his birthday, so the Womacs were celebrating Hunter's birthday, and so they weren't able to be with us. So we manned the trailer. We were channeling our inner merchandise.
We did.
And we did good. We sold some stuff, and we didn't mess it up too bad. But it was a lot of fun. But they came walking up to the trailer, and I was like, oh my God, hey y'all, what are you doing here? And I loved it. Guess how they found out about it?
How's that?
Right here on this here podcast.
Yep.
Oh, really?
Yes.
They heard it when we teased and we talked about it.
Okay,
we said we were going to soft launch, and we were going to partner with Songbird Music and do the show and shine and support Memorial Day. They were like, let's go.
And now, by the way, we can talk about it now. I think we have some of the kinks worked out, but we are also on YouTube. And we'll have links that'll be put up.
Awesome.
So, and then be sure when you're on YouTube and you're on the page, subscribe.
Yeah, subscribe to it so that you get the updates, because then you get to see us.
Yeah, and don't watch it in bright white light.
That bright white light make his head look pretty shiny. I cracked myself up.
Uh-oh.
It's funny. That was funny. Don't do it. He's telling me how much he loves me. He's giving me this, you
is
guys.
that what that is?
That's what he's doing
He's
behind
saying
the
you're number
scenes.
one.
He said he loves
You're
me.
number one.
Yes.
That's what he's just saying.
That's what I say.
But anyway,
what you tell me to
so
say.
that was just a great weekend. Raised some good money for, again, Warrior Wheels. Look them up. They're out of Ocala. And so absolutely love them. And again, thank you to Songbird Music and to Becca Bowen and all the other artists and Orman Garage. So we're going to continue that now. We actually are already in communication with all the restaurants. You guys, we're hoping by the end of the week we can start putting out some dates, just working with the restaurants. I have to tell y'all, in full transparency, this whole concept is maybe 2 weeks old now. And then, of course, last week, Kurt and I ended up having to go get sick. I was like, we totally did that downtime thing all the way wrong. Yeah. That is not how I wanted downtime. No. I wanted recovery and downtime on a float with a Cabana Boy and a cocktail, not antibiotics and steroids and Kleenex.
And also, the listeners and viewers can still go on by the end of the week and do what?
By the 31st, you can still register and save 20%. You can get your JB25 registration for $80.
And guess what?
And we still have some coins left. So if you want that free challenge coin, the first 1,500, get the challenge coin. And we're over 1,000 registered Jeeps already for May. Yeah, for 2025. Awesome.
So that's really good.
That's so awesome. It's going to be so. Again, Jeep Beach Nation, you are gnarly and rad, and we absolutely love you guys. I love those words.
So
those are 80 words.
Can I ask you something? Can I get some scoop out of you?
Yeah.
Is there some way you can? I know the T's haven't been crossed and I's might not have been dotted, but how did we do attendance-wise? Can you disclose?
Oh, attendance-wise, we can absolutely tell you. We registered for the first time ever. Registered regular registrations over 6,500 Jeeps. Yep. Our max to date was 5,800 last year. Yeah. And we blew past that like crazy. So just regular registrations. And then you add on the boosters and you add on the VIPs and you add on the vendors and you add on the volunteers. Over 500 volunteers this year. Wow. Isn't that insane?
500?
Yeah.
And you want to hear what else that is amazing, and we'll loop back that to that in a minute. But confirmed, and again, we've been reporting this number, 45,000 vehicles, with 90% of them being Jeep related, which again, that's why the Lees came back down. They already had their beach pass. Come put it to use, you guys. You don't have to come just during April. We, of course, want you here in April for the big party and the big Jamley reunion. But come see us when you're in town. And when you're in town, shoot us an email. Yep. Shout at us so that we know you're here.
By the way, Jamley reunion.
That's what we did in 21.
Well, Jamley reunion would be good for an event, say, if we had something in fall.
Oh,
and
are
we
you
could just call it like
again,
the Jeep
Ron?
Beach Jamley reunion.
Kind of be such a tease. Jamley reunions. You know, that was our whole theme in 2021 when we all got to be back together after COVID.
Right.
We had the big Jamley reunion, and that was crazy. And now we'll have another Jamley reunion. I'm about it. We can do that again. Right. But anyway, so big numbers, definitely. And everybody, this is, we're going through debriefings, of course, right now, which is, you're right. There's lots of T's still to be crossed, lots of I's still to be dotted, but doing tons of debriefings right now. And I think what I love from our internal team, that's, again, 70 people strong that just take on every area, like you guys are, Jeep Beach Radio and the podcasting and all those platforms, and Charlie and Billy with photography, the Womax with merchandise. We're going through all these debriefings, and the one thing that everybody has said across the board is that the vibe this year with all the changes, definitely, what a great year it was. Everybody was happy, excited. It was new. It was fresh. Obstacles, of course, come with that because we need more signage. We, of course, saw where there wasn't enough signage in some places. There wasn't just communication wise, right?
And there's some logistical things too.
Absolutely.
I know
parking. We're already going to change up the parking and stuff like that because on paper it looked like it was going to be great. And then you execute and you're like, that's not exactly what we wanted it to happen, So like VIPs and boosters, they're going to be shuffled around. Club row parking's going to be shuffled around a little bit. So we've got ideas already that we're already discussing. Again, that's all part of debriefing, and learning what worked and what didn't. But the overall consensus was what a cool vibe it was this year, and that was a lot of fun. Even the Speedway, a lot of the security security guys that work it that we know in the community. They're like, this was the best year you guys have ever had. We loved this year. And, you know, we'll always tweak and we'll always change and we'll always try to get it better. But when you're working with the masses like we're working with, you know, we, for instance, turn one, we did food trucks yesterday. We had a debriefing with our food trucks with Tammy and Raul and the directors that handle and coordinate all the food. Not enough food down in turn one. You know, we thought there was some miscommunication, yada, yada. Anyway, and so now we know. He already knows what food trucks he's putting down there. You guys, I can tell you right now, you're going to have OMG tacos down there, and they're amazing.
They are amazing.
So they are OMG for sure. But tacos will be down there, and then you'll have some burgers and dogs down there. You know, easy carry around finger food type stuff. So anyway, just fun things that we're learning that because there's no way for us to be around and see every single aspect of every single area. When you take over every inch of the speedway, it's hard to see it all. True. But with that said, I am really excited about what is to come for next year. You know, right now with the registrations, and again, over 1,000 people have already registered for our Jeeps, not people, but Jeeps. Because remember, when you pay for your registration, number one, it's charity driven, y'all. That money is what helps us raise money for charity. Number two is that we don't have any add-ons right now. It's just your regular registration, basic registration right now. And that gets you into the infield. You get to drive in, you get to do the obstacle course. We're even looking at changing up maybe the entrance to the obstacle course and how to expand vendor row already, because Kurt's already got a gazillion vendors that missed this year. And they want it come next year, but where are we going to put them? So we're already working on that. But what I love is that some of the new offerings, now that we've made the move to the front stretch, all I can say is y'all get ready, because there's going to be some really cool offerings that you can buy, almost like, you know, when you go on a cruise or you go to an all-inclusive resort or whatnot. Just hold your horses, you guys. We've just opened ourselves up to some really cool experiences that you would not otherwise get. And I'm really stoked about it. I'm excited. I'm working
More
on
details to come.
Yeah, I'm working on those packages. Literally, we haven't had any time off. So I am hoping that in June, we're going to disappear for at least 10 days, maybe a full 2 weeks. I'm trying to talk Kurt. See, he keeps shooting me down, Rob.
So you can't really leave for 2 weeks.
But I want to.
See, we have this to do here. You can't just
Well, can I
take
do
off.
it from an island somewhere?
I mean, it wouldn't sound as good if you phoned it in. That's not going to be. People don't
Come
want
on,
that.
y'all.
They want to see you.
No.
You've got to
I'll
be here.
FaceTime y'all.
That's not going to work.
No.
Anyway, just
we'll
some
talk about
days.
that later.
Some days. I need some days off, y'all, or you're not going to have me left next year. But we just haven't stopped, and it's just been an amazing. The month of May was such a cool month, but a busy month. You know, May we typically try to take off, if you will. We've not had one moment off. Like I said, the days that we were off, we were homesick, and so I looked at Kurt and Angie. Angie and I were texting because she's recovering well. A lot of you have sent a lot of love to Angie. She had minor surgery, very easy. She's doing great. Thank you guys on Angie's behalf for sending out all the love to her. She's doing great. But I told her, I was like, girl, we did this rest thing way wrong.
Well,
wrong.
Now, okay, you say she's doing good, and that's really good to hear. How's Mike doing? Because he has to take care of her.
Mike's good. I check on him daily. Yeah. Make sure he don't need anything. I got him out of the house the other day for a little bit to help me do something. So he's good.
He's doing good.
Yeah. Can't kill her yet.
Well, there you go. So that's a plus.
That's a bright spot, you know.
I love it.
Trust me, and Charlene sit together for 4 days. It was touch and go there.
It was definitely touch and go. I was fighting for my life.
Yes.
I was definitely fighting for my life.
We were fighting all right.
I could not believe we're not sick people. Thank you, Jesus.
Yeah, no.
But boy, when this one hit us last week, that was not fun. But anyway, on the flip side of that, we're good. So we're ready for summertime fun. Habana Brisa, want to give them a huge shout out. I love it that I am seeing more and more people using Habana Brisa down at Disappearing Island.
Yes.
This weekend, there was a lot of Habana Brisa down there, and super stoked because remember, you guys, when you're out in the sun, wherever you're at, number one, sunscreen, because no skin cancers. But number two, make sure that it's reef friendly. And Habana Brisa, the official sunscreen of Jeep Beach, is reef friendly.
Rob, we figured out this year that Charlene and I have gotten more sun
in 2 days
in
than
2
we
days
did
than we
almost
did all
all
of last
summer.
year.
Yep.
That's kind of how this whole weekend was.
Yeah.
Just
Was
a
that for
perfect
you the
weekend.
same?
Absolutely.
The
I
weather was
spent time out-
perfect.
It was in between doing, the yard work.
Yeah.
Sitting by the pool, going to the beach, and using Habana Brisa
There
as well.
you go.
There you go.
And Bahio, our Bahio sunglasses.
Sunglasses.
Make sure you're protecting your eyes. You know what? A girlfriend of ours was down on the island. And she's got dark eyes. She's brown-eyed girl. Ooh, my brown-eyed girl. Anyway, she's a brown-eyed girl. And she was like, oh, but so the sun's not, I'm not real sensitive to the sun. And I said, it doesn't matter. People, you can burn the lenses in your eyeball. Wear your sunglasses.
That's right.
And again, so a huge shout out to Bahio and to Habana Brisa because very important aspects that you don't always think of. And so just stay safe out there this summer. And let's have a great summer. The summer tour schedule, you guys, to follow up with that. Huge shout out to David and Kim who oversee our restaurants. They're working with all our restaurants right now to solidify our dates, what music is going to be playing, because that's one of the big things we want to make sure is we've got some live music along with the show and shine that we're going to be doing, the raffles. We're going to be doing some more raffles each week or at each tour stop. T-shirts are being printed right now, so we'll have the Jeep Beach Summer Cruising T-shirts up. And the other thing, back to merchandise and T-shirts, they are working diligently right now to finish going through all of the boxes. Again, remember, over 500 volunteers, and all those volunteers go back to work. So we've got a very small group of people that are trying to dissect what we've got left in inventory, and it will not be long, and we will have some summer merchandise and specials going up online that you'll be able to purchase, and we'll be able to get it in your hands. So
I'm ready.
I know, just so many cool, amazing things happening right now, but you got a few days left to get that $80
right.
registration. Save yourself $20 and keep paying attention because lots of
Add-ons are coming.
Lots of cool
Vendor
opportunities.
registration coming. So
Yeah.
get ready the month of June because
June is going to get busy.
It's going to get busy again.
But again, I'm going to be disappeared for a couple of
Yeah,
days.
a few days we'll be gone.
All right. Love
Okay,
you
bye,
guys.
guys.
We'll see you next week.
That's a wrap on Jeep Beach News and Views. Be sure to subscribe for future automatic downloads to your favorite podcast player app. Got a comment? Or would you like to be featured on Jeep Beach News and Views? Email us at radio@jeepbeach.com. That's radio@jeepbeach.com. Until next time, keep all four on the ground and your tops down.